A young boy from Jefferson County received a big welcome home at McGee-Tyson Airport tonight.
Keyshawn, 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 Keyshawn. Welcome back.
Jefferson Elementary first grader Carr returned to East Tennessee today. How about that hug there? He and his mom went to Disney thanks to the charity Dream Connection. He's battling cancer and hasn't been to school very much, but that hasn't stopped his friends from rallying behind him.
Was you happy to see everybody?
Yes.
You was?
Yes.
He's taught us to take every day and live it to its full potential and to be strong throughout all of the adversities that we may face and to keep going.
That boy's mom says they're thankful for all the support that they have received, and so great to see that homecoming tonight.